Yo, what's up, guys? So I wanted to do this video for all of you to help you out with any suspension questions that you might have. So this video is my top 5 suspension upgrades. So what are the top 5 suspension upgrades that should be done on the RSX? So I'm going to start with number 5. Okay, so number 5 would be your rear sway bar. So I would definitely do the rear sway bar. And now the rear sway bar I have is the Progress. And it's the sway bar tie bar combo. I believe it's 22 millimeters. And the stock one I think is only 19, 17, something around that. Leave a comment below if you know what the stock size is on the RSX. So I went with the Progress. And the tie bar combo. I loved it. That was actually the first. No, I'm lying. That wasn't the first mod I did for suspension wise, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. So Progress sway bar tie bar. I'm going to show you that after I pick number 4. So number 4 would be my Skunk 2 rear lower control arms. And again, I'm still in the back, right? So this is the back half. My Skunk 2 rear lower control arms, did I feel a difference? No, not really. But did I have them on separately from all the other suspension components I added? Not really either. So I can't say if I had just put that on, if I would only feel like a difference with just those mods. So number 3 would be your tie rods. So I went with K-tuned inner adjustable tie rods, right? So when you lower the RSX, there's a certain angle that you want to keep the tie rods at. What happens is the stock tie rods are too short, so you don't get the right amount of adjustment that you need when you get on the alignment rack. So if you're going to lower the RSX, I suggest highly, number 3, get those K-tuned inner tie rods. They're adjustable. And you can get way more out of your alignment than you can with the stock factory ones. Number 2 would be the energy suspension bushings. So I did the energy suspension bushings in the front, the compliance bushings in the front, and I felt a huge difference when I added those. The front felt more stable. It felt stronger going over potholes. It didn't swerve. It was a great upgrade. Granted, my bushings needed to be done because it had been a long time. And I did the bushings and I did the lower ball joint at the same time. So let's put the bushings for the control arm and an upgraded lower ball joint together since they all go part of that control arm. So that would be number 2. What ball joint did I go with? I went with Hard Race. You can go with Hard Race ball joints, or you can go with Buddy Club makes them also. I don't know any other company that makes them, but definitely upgrade your ball joints and your compliance bushings. It's just, I can't even explain the difference. You would have to actually see it for yourself, but it's a really big difference. And the same thing with the ball joint. When you're lowering the car, you definitely want a better ball joint than the one that comes from factory. So number 1, my biggest and most important thing was my coilovers. Now I get this question off of my last video, well, one of my last videos. It was, why did I go with D2s and not BCs? So from experience, I've had D2s for a long time, and I love my D2s. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my D2s. But I wanted to upgrade to a stiffer spring rate for the track. So that's why I got the new ones that you guys seen in one of my previous videos. The reason I didn't go with BC is because BC had like great reviews, right? It was just a great coilover. I have nothing against BC, but I heard some bad things about their customer service. And every time I have questions about anything that I got with D2, I contact them directly. They pick up the phone and they answer my question, and they're nice to talk to on the phone. So have I had any personal experience with BC's Customer service, no, but D2's customer service, yes, they have good customer service. So definitely, that's why I'm very big on customer service. So, and having the ability to be able to contact them. D2's definitely was my choice, and that's why I went back to them. What else? So that's pretty much my top 5. So let me show you from 5 going up. So let's get the camera out. I'm going to show you number 5, which was the Progress sway bar and tie bar combo. So let me put my mat over here. Flip the camera around, put the flashlight on, and you can see, where is it? And there we go. So there is the Progress rear sway bar and tie bar combo. And while we're here, you can see number 4, which is the Skunk 2 lower control arms. So they actually flow really well. And those control arms do not look dirty at all. Neither does that tie bar. So that's that. And in case you guys were wondering, this top 1 splitter actually bolts up right there to the same bolt that holds the tie bar and the sway bar bushing. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so now we have to do, that was number 4, number 5, number 4. Number 3 was the outer tie rods. I'm sorry, inner tie rods. So these are the tie rods here, K-tuned, adjustable 2-way. Right? Oh man, look, there goes that rust again. I just cleaned it and it's starting to rust from in here again. I gotta get a dehumidifier for in here. Anyways, I'll clean that up. That's not a big deal. WD-40 wipes it right off. They're perfect for your alignment when you decide to lower the car. So that is a necessity. If I had to recommend, don't get the polished ones. And if you do, get them powder coated. There was a company, actually K-Tune did make them in black. I didn't get them at the time because they weren't offering them at the time. And then I got those, and then like a couple months later they offered the black ones. So I don't have the need to repurchase the same thing I already have. So that's number 5, 4, 3, 2 is the compliance bushings in the bowl joints. So let me show you that one. Don't judge my lower control arms. They're rusty. When I took them off, I couldn't afford to get them powder coated. That's like a future job. So I'm working on the rust issues, as you guys know. All right, so those are the compliance bushings. Those are the energy suspension. They do not creak. They do not make noise. I have the other one there. And the ball joint is right there. It is a hard race. Very, very good. Alright, so suspension. You guys already know I have the D2 coilovers, so I'll show you the coilovers again. Alright, so those are my D2 coilovers. Again, they don't really have much miles on them. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. I just wanted a stiffer spring rate. So those are the D2s. They're sitting pretty low right now. I actually got to lift this car up a little bit. And they come with what I believe is called a camber plate for adjustment. Anyway, so if you just purchased an RSX and you're trying to figure out what route to go as far as suspension is concerned, again, I went from 5 to number 1. I would start with number 1 and work your way down the line to number 5. You can do number 1, but if you lower the car too much, you're going to have to get number 2 and number 3. So you definitely might as well save up, get it all at once, get it all installed at once, and this car will drive amazing. You see, I didn't mention anything about changing the rear bushings for the lower arm. And you guys see here, here's the bushing for the lower arm, and then my knuckles that I have in here have all new bushings. Remember, this car is going to be 19 years old, right? Well, mine's an '05, so it's going to be 16 years old. But the bushings are still good. I'm only changing the rear suspension because it looks like crap and is rusting. So definitely, I hope this helped. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and one more thing. Let me show you. The strut bar helps, but I don't really feel the difference with it and without it. So definitely upgrade that. There's other upgrades. You can see like that bar down there. You have this one here. But for somebody who's just starting to build it, go with that. Stay positive, stay humble. We only have good days.